Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon, and we're having a look at the Season 32 Summer Challenges now, the championships. And yes, it's finally landed after 3.5 days of absolute chaos and panic among some people. It's landed. And I've got the Forest for the Trees Championship, and this gets you a Toyota Celica 94 C-Class Retro Rally event on a dirt racing. So Retro Rally cars in the C-Class, and you're doing some dirt racing. Locations for this one are Tarns House Scramble, Derwent Water Trail and Lakehurst Forest Trail. That's what we got for that. Okay, let's have a look and let's see what we can choose to get into this stuff. What you want to be doing on this though is setting your difficulty to highly skilled, and yeah, I know I've got on above average, but I've stuck it up to highly skilled. I put traction off and stability off because it's rally racing, it's dirt racing. This is purely your choice, but personally I do think that it's a lot more fun and stuff runs a little better with it turned off on dirt racing events. And you've got all this spiel from Kira. You've got all these cars that you can pick, and I've decided to go for the Subaru Legacy RS from 1990. I've got a tune on it called Autumn Games from when I used this for, well, an Autumn Games event, funnily enough, back in August. And the share code is up there if you need it. If you haven't already got this, grab this, and this will definitely sort you out for this and make it a pretty easy championship to get completed. And I'm going to load into this. I'm not cutting stuff out. I'm trying to do this almost in real time because it gives you guys more of a sense of how long it does take and basically how it all runs when you guys go and have a go at this stuff. And I have been cropping stuff down, cutting out fast travels, but I'm just going to leave it to see how he gets on, you know. This is pretty much unedited, unfettered, unmessed with. This is literally it. This is the championship. And I'm making a start, pulling away. I'm in a Scooby, which basically sets me up straight away for a pretty decent event. Taking the corner a little bit, giving you a nudge in my pulsar. Got you two guys here, give you a nudge. And I'm in first place in about 11 seconds. Can't go far wrong there. Although there is a reason why I picked the Scooby. You say rally, you say dirt racing. One of the big names that comes up is Subaru. And of course you can go for Subaru because it's a whole big thing between Scooby and Mitsubishi on stuff. And I always tend to go more of a Scooby side of stuff. I'm more of a Scooby family. I'm a sort of Mitsubishi, although the Mitsubishis are pretty sound in themselves. For this I've got the Legacy RS from 90, and it's available on Auto Show very, very cheaply, and the amount of these I've pulled out of wheel spins and stuff like that's unbelievable. But this is a nice car, and as you can see I'm already in first place and clocking a bit of a distance as I come up towards the end of the first lap. And this is Series 32, this is summer. A lot of people, including myself, up until pretty much midday today, or midday yesterday, or midday Thursday on UK time, when the update dropped, a matter of hours, and I'm talking about 2 hours here, before the changeover was due to happen. So it was a very last minute update when you normally get stuff at the latest a good 18 hours ahead. And yeah, it's one of those where it came out, I managed to get in, grab some tunes, grab some stuff, recommend some stuff to you guys, and to say this is what you need to do. Sort of a rough and ready sort of effort, because these videos do take a long time to do. And the reason I'm knocking this video out in 1080p rather than 4K is because it pretty much halves my encoding time. And I've got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm running quite behind on stuff, but it should look okay, hopefully, as long as YouTube's algorithm for their compression doesn't completely cook in. It looks like a pixelated mess, I don't know, but we'll have to see, I guess. But it looks alright as it stands as I'm encoding it. Let's see what YouTube does to it. But these events are pretty straightforward. Dirt racing is always fun. I love dirt racing. Absolutely flying this stuff around here without any problems. I've got a very respectable lead from what I can gather, and this is absolutely hammering it. This is brilliant. And I will always go for Scoobies every single time if I can, because they're literally designed for this sort of stuff. And yeah, that is a decent lead. I have got a pretty decent lead on that one. I'm happy with that. I've sort of even got that without even thinking about it in a way. Because a lot of this stuff you sort of look at and you plan and you judge, from this I just got onto it and just went for a drive really. And you just look back, oh right, okay, I've got a pretty decent lead. Fantastic. And that's the sort of stuff you want. Coming up towards the line, first place finish, which is definitely what you'll be needing, because 2 wins and a second. I've got a 20-point score now on the table, which is what I want. So skip through all this stuff and we can go through and have a look at where we're going next, and let's get on with this new summer championship. Loading back into the game, we can pull the map up and let's have a look at where we're off to. After the white ones and Derwent Water Trail. Okay, I'll go for that one. Fast travel there, because the white ones on the map show your active championship locations, and you need to complete these before you can move on to something else. Because if you move on to something else, you'll lose your progress, and nobody wants to be doing that. You don't want to be losing their progress halfway through a championship. So make sure you always go for the white ones once you start a championship. And Toyota Celica, yeah, nice car. I could have used it, actually, because I've got one. I could have used it for this event. But I thought, no, you know what? It's not that easy to get. Whereas I've got this Scooby, which you can literally just walk into the auto show with and just buy it. It's cheap. And it's actually really respectable, and I've got a very nice rally tune for it as well. So we're here, Derwent Water Trail, and load into this one, and let's just get on with it really. Foot to the floor, go, go, go. Starting off straight on the gravel, which is what I like. Past you, the Renault. It's a Renault 5, it's not the Forza edition. I like the Forza edition. Not too keen on the stock one though, but you're blocking me a bit. You're being a bit of a pain in the arse. But I've got past you. I'm in 3rd place, and I just need to catch up with these two up here now, which shouldn't overly be a problem. But you are doing a pretty good job at getting around these corners without really slowing down. So a little nudge there, cut you up into the barrier, but I've managed to block you overtaking me, so it's just the case. I'm saying now that I've managed to get myself into first, let's keep it. You're nudging me, sunflower. I am definitely not having that whatsoever. And keeping myself into first. Absolutely loving it across the gravel. This is great fun. This is great stuff to drive in these cars. You can just chuck stuff around. It's brilliant. You cannot really do this sort of stuff on the road without spinning too much, but this you can absolutely hammer it. You can actually throw it around and just go for a bit of a mad one really, which is I suppose why I really do like the dirt racing on this. Give it a drift round there, pretty respectable. And again, is that doing me a drift tap? No, I've managed to avoid hitting the wall, which is definitely a good thing. The less things you hit, the faster you can go. The more things you hit, the more you get slowed down. But go, go, go. I'm maintaining a respectable little bit of lead. Got the white tent. I think they're doing bake-off in there. I'm not entirely sure. You never can tell. This is the British countryside, right? You never can tell in the British countryside. There's very many oddities in the countryside over here. And big white tents are probably one of the less odd things about it. But into the wall, and yeah, okay, that's not a bad little bit of lead. Keep going, and let's just see if I can get myself another first place finish. Little drift. I have a bit too much fun throwing drifts around on these. When it comes to drift zones, I am absolutely horrendous. I cannot run a drift zone to save my life. It's absolutely horrendous. When it comes to actual events, I love just swinging it around, drifting it, and just having a bit of fun, really. Because I know I'm not chasing scores. I'm not trying to, just keep it perfectly balanced on about a 1 centimetre bit of road, which actually does register a drift score. And clipping some corners, coming round, showing off a little bit, but looking like a prat probably. But through the line, job's good. First place for the second time. So another 20 points gives me 40 points in total. So I'm in a very good position going into the third and the final event. So skip through all this and let's get back into it. Loading into the game. We can have a look and we can bring the map up. And let's have a look at the last part. Where are we? Down here. Lakehurst Forest Trail. Fast travel. Go, go, go. Why not? Takes a little bit of time. Fast travel's pretty fast, but it's not fast, But we are here. And let's get into it. And let's just get this complete, really. Let's just go. Continue event. Pick the Scooby. Doing all these little dances. I probably should swap that out at some point. It's like the chicken dance or whatever it's supposed to be. I just find it funny when I'm doing like the online stuff. Lakehurst Forest Trail. Let's start, shall we? And can we go? Go, go, go. A little bit slow on me uptake, but hasn't really stopped me too much. A bit slower for this corner because I don't want to go into a wall. I want to cut everyone up on the inside. And it's got me into 5th. I've got a little battle here, but that's got 4th. Let's take 3rd on this corner, shall we? Yes. And yes, going into the wall, but not great. But I've managed to get past you. And I've got you up front here. And this, alright, this is easy. That's an easy pass. You're not really sort of giving me too much competition on that one. Because I've got a good tune on it. It's a good car anyway. And it is just a bit of fun, really. Come and go for a blast. Don't really think about it. It's sort of stuff you need to relax. And around here, not hitting the wall. Fantastic. That side, not so lucky. Lost whatever it was on my skill chain, but again, not a problem. And yeah, running these out in real time because, well, why not, really? I can chop stuff up, I can make videos shorter and stuff like this, but I think there's a lot of benefit to going, you know what, this is it. This is pretty much end to end, completing it, no messing about, no edits, no sort of like falsehoods in a way. This is literally how long it takes, and so I'm giving that a try. I know it makes my videos a little bit longer and hence the encoding time a little bit longer, which is a reason why I did tend to trim some of my loading screens and fast travels out anyway, is because when I'm encoding at 4K on this, it works out about 1 minute equals 10 minutes of encoding time. So when you're, okay, Bob's your uncle, okay, that's the, that's the skill chains, I think it was. Yeah, so it's about 1 minute equates to about 10 minutes of encoding time, usually, but a lot of these championships, I found that I could be putting together like a 10-minute, 11-minute championship, and it's going to be taking me 2.5 hours, 3 hours to encode. Now I'd run another one through, and it'd take 2 hours to encode. I don't know why, to be honest, but I'd say first place on there, so I expect my encoding times to be a little bit higher on some of this at the minute, but never mind. So that gives me 40 points in total. So that gives me 60 points in total. Forest for the trees, complete. That's the end of the championship. That's all my bits of completion. And what do I get for this one? I get the Toyota Sleeker 94, which is absolutely fantastic. So that is that, guys. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like, hit subscribe. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.